you know, when we talk about generational poverty, actually it also amplifies or indicates that this generation, that this family doesn't have access to the tools. So, what do you think, as a businesswoman, what is missing? Which tool is missing in our generation, in our family? Because generation from generations, our family is trapped in poverty,
Yes.
and you know we are educated family. We are professionals.
Yes.
Everybody
Yeah.
really finished studies,
Yeah.
but still we are trapped in poverty. And what do you think? Which tool we need?
Honest with you,
Yes.
financial literacy. Because Melvin, there are people who never been in school, but they have financial literacy. They own multi-billion companies. Not all of them finish college. So what is missing?
Is financial literacy.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, when I started writing my book, I write my book for several reasons. But I was sick, and I had crisis. I was in love, and I was crisis. So I was thinking before
Yeah.
that I really have to learn self-love. And I thought before that self-love means you have to take good care of myself mentally and physically. I have to, to be mindful, practice mindful. But in the course of time, when I really analyzed my life in the Philippines, our life as a family, in our generation, our parents' generation, and grandparents' generations, I realized that self-love goes beyond mindful living, goes beyond taking good care of ourselves, goes beyond taking good care of our mental state.
Oh, yeah.
It should have, of course, God, spirituality. It includes spirituality, because as a Catholic, our center of life should be God.
Yeah.
Yeah, without God, we cannot be successful.
Yes.
But self-love should contain different pillars, and one of the pillars is really financial literacy. And this is the third pillar in my book.
Oh.
Okay? Because I realized that the government, whichever government we're talking in the Philippines or other countries in Germany or in America, the government does not want us to become rich. The school system is designed not for us to become rich, but they designed so that they have a working force in the middle and the lower class to serve the corporations, to be profitable and just mind the business, realizing the dreams of other people.
Yes.
But never our dreams. What is really missing, if the school system does not provide us this knowledge? So it is our responsibility as aunties in our generation right now that to provide financial literacy to the people, for example, the overseas Filipino workers.
Yes.
And also to their families.
Yes.
But we have to start it from our family.
Yeah.
And this is also one of the reasons I have my YouTube channels, because I realized that this is missing. And I just also want to share what is self-love, but with a twist of financial literacy.
That's right.
Because it is missing.
Yeah.
So financial literacy is really very important. It's just financial stability. You have to save. You have to have money for financial crisis. You should have, for example, we think that Corona will only last 1 year, but it
lasted 3 years.
3 years. How could we survive?
It's a global
phenomenon. Okay, during this time, our Bayanihan Spirit helped us.
It was very hard.
It's very
because
hard.
how can the UN, it affects all businesses.
Yes.
Everything shut down.
Yeah.
So how can we help third world countries?
Yes.
So
So
we are affected too.
yes. So it is really very important that we have to think about financial literacy. We have savings,
Yeah.
and most of all, we have investment.
Yeah.
Because you are an entrepreneur. Yeah. And I was thinking back then when reviewed for CPA exam, for Certified Public Accountant exam at the University in San Carlos in Cebu City. Our Dane before, who was also a lecturer in the universities in USA about accountancy, always told us to be an entrepreneur, not to work, but to be a businessman. But I really didn't realize what she's talking about, what's on earth, because in school we are always study always to help corporate. It was not about us. It was about how
How to
to
save multi-million company from not drowning.
yes, how to maximize profit.
Yes.
That was also what I am doing in Germany anyway. It is just like that our school system is not designed. This is only good for formal education, and we don't really need school to be rich, because nowadays we have technical equipment like YouTube, and there are lots of development in multimedia landscape
Yes.
to educate us.
Yeah.
And we should be thinking that how could we transmit this message to our families, and to your friends, and to my friends.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think if we have to change, we cannot change the people, because changing someone is just like is not really effective. This person must really want to change,
Yes.
because we cannot control their minds.
It's true.
But we can change the way we help them. What I experienced, I always pour money. It really doesn't work, functions.
help.
Yeah, it doesn't help. So maybe I'm also really calling to overseas Filipino workers, right?
Yes.
There,
Yeah.
that if they want money from us, for example, education, they want to go to college, maybe we can say, sacrifice first 1 year and learn about financial literacy, because
That's
this is important than formal education, because you can be rich without going to college, and theoretically. If we combined our forces
Yes.
to educate first the members of our family
Okay.
before giving them money,
Yeah.
supporting them, that will be maybe the big step towards a better life.
Yeah.
Because
It always start from the family.
it always starts from the family. And even if, for example, we don't blame about government. It's not about government. It is about our family. If the government cannot teaches us how to become rich, but we have the means to teach ourselves and our generation and the next generation to become rich. It's really very interesting. And if the next generation doesn't know about financial literacy, they could not combat poverty.
Yeah. It's gonna be bad. I can't imagine.
Yes.
Because even us in our generation, we don't have a knowledge of financial literacy.
Yeah.
And I can see the next generation already.
Yes. And I'm sorry to tell you, you don't represent our generation, even if you are really very successful, because our generation is still in poverty. Maybe our goal is that, because there are always weak members in the family, there are always weak members in the society. But if we could try that the weak members represent only 1% in our family, that will be good.
Yeah.
So we have to start thinking, how could we change our mindset, the giver, to change a little bit the course of our family.
Educate the recipient first.
Educate the recipient. But you know, there are lots also of overseas Filipino workers who really don't know about financial literacy.
Even they themselves.
They themselves. So
Because they can work, they worked,
yeah,
and not everybody come home and be successful.
yes,
Because financial literacy is not only about saving, it's not to buy.
not to buy. You have to have control your expenses and live a simple life.
Yes.
Yes. So maybe this is what our next topic, but for now, it is good if there are lots of Filipino overseas Filipino workers who are watching right now.
Yeah.
If you don't know about financial literacy, you have to
Yes.
educate yourself. My YouTube channel is really offering this service to you,
Yes.
because this is really like my mission
Yeah.
to spread self-love, but it's also include really important to have financial literacy.
Yeah.
Yes, and you know Tata, I'm very very thankful that we are on the same boat. That's we
We've always been the same boat
Yes.
since before.
yes, but we
We
have
always think the same.
we have a different approach.
Yes.
And now I am thinking maybe it is not really late to start to invest.
Yeah.
I am now 55, but I'm thinking, okay, it's not too late.
Yeah, it is not.
It's not too late. Although I could say that I could survive with my pension later on, but who knows? We just don't know.
There's a lot of unforeseen.
Yes, and I also want to be the role model to my son.
Yeah.
I really want that he will invest.
Yeah.
He will not depend on his salary as an employee, but he should have a passive income.
Yes.
So, just to end up this conversation and discussion, I'm really very thankful to you, because I know that the subscribers and these watchers now really learn a lot from you as a successful businesswoman in Texas. I'm just very curious. What saying would you like to impart us before ending this episode?
This topic that we're talking right now, and also for the overseas, and for us, for all of
Yes.
us. This is my favorite. Bad times create strong people. Strong people creates good times. Good times creates weak people. And weak people creates bad times.
Oh God, this is so scary when weak people's,
It's true. It is true.
when big people's manages or controls the generation. In order to avoid this,
Yeah.
every generation must build and create warriors.
Yes.
Warriors who are strong enough to fight against poverty, to speak out against poverty. So these warriors should lead the generation. They should be the majority of every generation. And the weak members in this every generation should only represent 1% of every generation. So now we end this episode and we start.
But the first weapon that the warrior must learn,
Yes,
because in the war you need different kinds of weapon
yes,
to combat to win
yeah,
the war. So the first weapon they must know how to use is the financial literacy.
yes. So financial literacy is really very important. I think we missed something. That what did you say about before taking off on the plane?
I mentioned that to you.
Yeah.
When we had some discussion. I know this is easy for me to tell you because I know that you fly all over. You've been to UK, Moscow,
Yes.
and to several times in
US,
America.
to attend the business
Yeah.
of our affiliates companies.
Yeah, you are the global, financial officer. And did you notice that before the plane takes off, what the attendants warned us? Before the plane takes off, they think of a crisis, like
Yes.
between life and death crisis. Already, think about that. This is just applicable to our lives, of what we're talking right now. So the attendants will instruct us, if should something happens, place the oxygen mask to yourself first. And when you talk about oxygen, you're talking about life, because life is oxygen. Oxygen is life.
Yeah.
Put the oxygen mask to yourself first before you put the other mask to other. It means like you have to keep yourself alive, live, so you can render life to others.
Yes.
And I like that because I'm a nurse.
Yes.
I also save life, and so we must take care of ourselves so we can take care of others. And that is also goes to finances.
Okay. So each generation must create warriors,
Yeah.
but the weapon of the warriors is really financial literacy.
Yes.
But
You take care of yourself first.
we go again to my book, Self-Love. We first before others. You first before others. You have to be financial, you should have a financial stability and security before attending to other needs.
Yes.
You only give your extra money, you only give your extra energy. Otherwise, you will lose the war.
Yeah.
To be a better warrior, you have to love yourself first, and also, and your weapon is really financial literacy.
That's right.
That's really very good. Thank you, Tata, and I hope that it will really enlighten some lights to the overseas Filipino workers and other watchers and subscribers who are really watching this episode. So guys, salamat, and I really love you, and ik liebe euch.
Oh, salamat.
Salamat. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.